Some of the priests and deacons who have been chosen to distribute communion this evening are from the United States. Father Phil Smith from Toledo, Father Mike Pratt from Tulsa, Father Chris Markman from Fargo, Father Rael Ofalsa from Omaha, Father Danny Champoldi from Brooklyn. And the deacons are Deacon Aaron Johannick from New Ulm, Deacon Paul Vu from Orange in California, and Deacon Fred Gruber from Pittsburgh. You've noticed this evening undoubtedly that the English translations of the prayers and responses of the Mass, to which we've been accustomed for almost 40 years now, sound different. And as many of you know, the entire English-speaking world began using a brand new translation of the Roman Missal on the first Sunday of Advent this year. The Roman Missal in Latin is the official liturgical book that contains all the prayers of the Holy Mass, and all translations come from that book. Blessed John Paul II updated that Missal in the year 2002. And in that same year, a commission of English-speaking bishops, priests, religious, and lay men and women began to prepare an English translation of that new edition of the Roman Missal in Latin. And once the English translations were approved by bishops' conferences, they were submitted to the Vatican for final approval, which was given in the spring of 2010. And so you may have noticed tonight, this new English translation is more literal, and therefore a bit more formal, but with it comes a real dignity, beauty, and reverence proper for worshiping God. So it's a very exciting time, because this new English translation, while not in any way changing the significance or the meaning of the Mass, is an opportunity for spiritual renewal and deeper participation at Mass for English-speaking Catholics throughout the world. Pope Benedict himself said that he hopes this new translation will be a springboard for a renewal and a deepening of Eucharistic devotion all over the English-speaking world. Do you see a shot of the Christmas tree that was donated from Ukraine this year? It's a beautiful spruce about 100 feet high. It was lit for the first time last Friday evening in a small ceremony in St. Peter's Square. This basilica, as I've said, is magnificent. It's much more than a museum piece. It's an active church where for centuries people have come to pray at the tomb of the Apostle Peter. There are masses every day, confessions, all the sacraments, ordinations. It's a real place of worship, and people come here and have great experiences of faith. And this basilica is an artistic masterpiece that exists really only to give honor and glory to God in thanksgiving for the life of St. Peter and the gift of his continuing ministry in the Church in the person of the Pope. Pope Benedict this last August spoke precisely of beauty through artistic expression that can lead us to God. He said that some art are highways to God. Indeed, they help us to grow in our relationship with Him in prayer. These are works that are born from faith and express faith, and that would certainly describe St. Peter's Basilica.